once again, it's Gibran.
And Cam.
And we are back for hashtag Through the Vine, episode 7. I think it's been a pretty emotional week, at least for your March Madness bracket, right, Kim?
Oh, okay, guys. So my bracket was doing really well until Duke lost. So I'm done.
I think that really upset everybody.
Really done.
And I think Kentucky's on it too, right?
Yeah.
So
this year it's
no
just
one
a
can
mess.
predict it. Speaking of March Madness, speaking of basketball, ball is life. Actually, big news in the YouTube front is that YouTube has actually become the first ever presenting sponsor of the NBA Finals, and this is YouTubeTV in particular. The YouTubeTV branding is not only going to be featured in ABC, but it's also going to be featured in all of the NBA's digital and social streaming channels.
Wow.
In a space that is getting more sort of saturated by OTT over-the-top streaming devices as alternatives to cable, things like PlayStation Vue, things like DirecTV Now or Sling TV. This is a really good play by YouTube to lean into some of that sports content. There's already so much sports content on the YouTube platform itself in terms of like creators, and so when you have an event that is so widely viewed by such a massive global audience, the more eyes that are on YouTube TV, the more eyes that actually will go to start using YouTube to consume more sports content, which I think is a huge opportunity for creators.
Exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head. This is wonderful news for creators because, again, it just brings more eyeballs to the space, and anytime we can have YouTube displayed on such a national level, it's fantastic for creators in the long run. That means more people are coming back to YouTube, more advertisers want to spend money on YouTube, and at the end of the day, that's great for a creator.
And advertisers are going to be spending a lot. Actually, in a recent study published on Recode, actually suggests that advertisers are planning to spend $40 billion more on digital advertising than on television advertising. And this YouTube TV deal is actually the first of hopefully many other deals to come. Moving on, Kim, I noticed something that you're really excited about in the world of Instagram.
So I am the biggest Instagram freak. I love Instagram, and I was so upset a few years ago when Instagram changed the way that the feed was displayed, which basically meant they no longer showed posts really in chronological order, which...
It's all algorithmic.
Like, why? Like, why would you do that?
Facebook.
Everyone was like up in arms. People hated it. Brands actually suffered quite a bit because one of the best ways to grow your Instagram is to post frequently. Get those posts towards the top of your feed. Use relevant hashtags. And with the new algorithm, it just didn't really work the same. So it was really upsetting to a lot of up-and-coming creators and businesses. So Instagram rolled out a new product that lets you choose when you want to refresh. You can refresh your feed, take you back to the top. You see all those new posts first. And it's basically kind of going back to the roots of having your posts more in chronological order, which I'm so happy about. So, Gibran, I'm curious, how do you think this impacts some of the brands that are looking to work with influencers?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of brands working with influencers, I think it opens up a new avenue of, for example, you see this on Twitter on like when is the best time to post something on Twitter, right? And so we're kind of going back to that where it's like you can really identify, first of all, when your user base, your target audience is most active, and then actually start strategically targeting posts towards that window. Also, even with boosted posts, right? Mm-hmm. You want to be able to target boosted posts on Instagram to certain time zones, right? And so hopefully moving back to more of a chronological feed actually starts to open up that option again.
Exactly. And I know as a creator and even as a brand, when you're trying to grow your Instagram base, it's important, again, posting frequently and knowing when your audience is most receptive. So this allows you to really target your audience in a way that you can post when your audience is active and you know they're going to be scrolling through their Instagram feeds, liking your photos. So this is great news for any creator, any business, and I'm so happy that Instagram rolled out this new product.
Speaking of users, we love our community here at Grapevine. We love the community of creators on YouTube. And like every week, we have some very awesome creators that we want to just take the opportunity to give a shout out to.
So the first one is the Mommy Archives, who did a collaboration with one of our brands, Force of Nature. And I love this collaboration because it is springtime, finally, and she incorporated a product into a spring haul, and I just thought it was so festive and fun to watch and really relevant to the season. So great job. We love the video, and if you want to check it out, the link is down below in the description.
Also want to give a huge shout out to one of my personally favorite creators, Travis Bryant over at the Native campaign.
Travis on Native! Travis is one of our favorite creators because he does such a good job at really getting behind the brand. We're really excited that Travis was part of Native, and he did a fantastic job. And again, definitely watch this video if you're a creator. Take some notes. He does such a wonderful job at really being enthusiastic and authentic at the same time.
And that's a wrap on hashtag Through the Vine, episode 7. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the Grapevine YouTube channel for more awesome content. We'll see you next week. Happy Easter and Passover.
Bye, guys. This is a bright shirt, and my bun's cut off.
All that work.
Oh, there we go.
All that work. Oh, so
40 million?
40 billion. That'll be like specific feedback. That
Bun has
on
a
YouTube.
mind of its own.
Right.
Someone's gonna leave
It's
a
like,
comment like, Kim, fix your
It's
hair.
like, that bun is not looking good.
Love this oh god, corroboration.
Corroboration. Yeah.
I feel like my hair directly relates to like my mood for the day.
It's like the flatter my hair is, the worse my day is going. But
Well, I like, okay, so if your hair's flat, I make up for it.
Yeah, but I think we're good today.
That's a wrap. My shirt is so pink. Now I'm wearing the shirt again when we film.